I need to go. I need a vacation.
And you got some of that legal ganja.
It's not legal yet, is it?
It is.
Really?
Yeah, they have decriminalized. Well, only a certain amount. You wasn't here when I talked about that.
Yeah. So, how much? I mean, but it doesn't matter, because who's gonna be walking around with 5 pounds of marijuana? Who does that?
Yeah, but you know what? I think it was a great thing that they finally got around to doing that, because the Rastafarians been doing it. The Rastafarians been doing it for quite a long time.
Yeah. And this is coming from someone who's probably never smoked any weed in your life.
I never even
exciting.
Never even smoked a piece of cigarette.
Is it on the National Urban League at the library? 3.5.
Yeah.
When is that, tomorrow?
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah. So the law passed in Jamaica on Tuesday. That was back on February 24th. Decriminalized possession of small amounts of marijuana, while also laying the groundwork for regulating the drug cultivation and medical use. The new law states that possession of up to 2 ounces of pot or weed or cheeb.
They don't say that. That's you saying that.
No.
You're the only person I've ever. I learned that word. Yeah, that.
Listen, you learn a lot
wondrous
of.
And
you learn a lot of things.
Bunglers, yes.
Yeah, you learn a lot of things in the Village with A&M and Marjorie. And it's otherwise known to be considered a petty offense without going on a person's criminal record. It also legalizes the cultivation of up to 5 marijuana plants on any premises and the use of the drug for religious purpose. Man, they're going to be having a lot of high Catholics in
No, that's not.
What?
Catholics are smoking weed in a religious way?
It's for religious purpose.
So, but that's Rastafarianism. It's some kind of religious
come on.
ideology.
They could find something in the Bible that says, Catholics are supposed to smoke some cheap. You got.
That's all that incense.
You gotta have enough 2 joints, Furthermore, tourists prescribed medical marijuana abroad can apply for a permit to buy it locally. Yo, I'm gonna go get my fake permit, man. I go to Jamaica. Yo, and I Rastafari. I man need some weed eye.
I need to get out. I feel like I should. Well, that's another story. But go ahead.
You want to go to Jamaica so you could smoke some?
I don't really want to go to Jamaica. I don't know. It just doesn't seem
so you could
far
get
away enough
some
for me.
Jamaican cheap. Marjorie says she want to go get some Jamaican cheap.
Go to your island. I'm sure people get fried up there on Trinidad. Trinities, if you tell Anselm, text him, call him right now and tell him the benefits. There must be benefits of smoking cheap, Anselm.
In Trinidad?
Trinidad, anywhere in the world, there have to be benefits.
Well, there's medicinal benefits.
Okay.
But I mean, I understand that cheap also kills some brain cells too.
But don't you get new brain cells? You're not just born with a limited amount, are you?
When you kill brain cells, they regenerate?
I don't know. We need
what
to
are
find
you
out.
talking about? The genome where they regenerate cells?
Now you're going to make me look up if brain cells regenerate. If everything else can regenerate, why can't brain cells?
No, I don't think you put that weed in that cells, man. That weed kill them cells, boy. The marijuana again. They be say, yo.
Question: do brain cells regenerate?
They be like, yo, weed coming, man. Watch out. What do you mean do brain cells regenerate?
Regenerate brain cells. For almost 100 years, it's been the mantra, brain cells do not regenerate. However, in a startling discovery, come on, open up for me. My brain cells are like, anything's possible. What's going on in the village, Anselm?
Yeah, there's the
regeneration of brain cells.
The guy from the Urban League. He's gonna be speaking soon. Huh?
Yes. It's part of the Maplewood Ideas Festival.
So here it is. How does marijuana affect the brain?
Were we on marijuana or are we on the Urban League? Which one? Because we want to talk about marijuana or the Urban League.
I want to make sure you have that facts when you smoke that cheap to see how it's affected you. To see how it's good.
Let's start out with marijuana, even though. Go ahead.
Marijuana refers to dry leaf, flower, stems, and seeds.
Yeah, we get all that.
Yeah. All right. Okay, marijuana is how is marijuana used? How does marijuana affect the brain? When marijuana is smoked, THC, which is a chemical structure similar to the brain chemical anandamide.
Go ahead, use your brain cells.
Structure allow drug to be recognized. Okay. THC rapidly passes from the lungs into the bloodstream, which carry the chemical to the brains and other organs throughout the body. It is absorbed more slowly when ingested in food or drink. However, it is ingested, THC acts on specific molecular targets on brain cells called cannabinoid receptors. These receptors are ordinarily activated by chemicals similar to THC that naturally occur in the body, such as anandamide, see picture above, and a part of a neutral communication network called the endocannabinoid system. This system plays an important role in the normal brain development and function. I don't have to read that.
That's too much, huh?
Hold on, no, I don't just
You can't.
Marijuana smoked is an irritant to the lungs, and frequent marijuana smokers can have many of the same respiratory problems experienced by tobacco smokers, such as daily cough and phlegm production.
Phlegm, yes.
More frequent acute chest illness and a heightened risk of lung infection. One study found that people who smoke marijuana frequently but do not smoke tobacco have more health problems and miss more days of work than those who don't smoke marijuana. Mainly because of the respiratory illness, it is not yet known whether marijuana smoking contributes to the risk of lung cancer. Marijuana also raises the heart rate by 20 to 100% shortly after smoking. This effect can last up to 3 hours. In one study,
rather than exercise, you can raise your heart rate by smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says a number of studies have linked chronic marijuana use and mental illness. High doses of marijuana can produce a temporary psychotic reaction involving hallucinations. Yeah, I know. People smoke marijuana, man, and they start to see the trees moving and everything.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious. They start to see, man, look
they
at
must be smoking some good cheese.
Yeah, they see that's the Jamaica. You got to go different. They got different weed. They got Jamaican weed. They got Trinidad weed, and depending on where how it is cultivated, it's different. I know some smokers, they look at that picture and say, man, that picture just moved. They be like, oh,
get out of here. Come on.
I'm serious. Anyway, in some users, using marijuana can worsen the cause of illness in patients with schizophrenia. That's what I'm saying. It's schizophrenic. They like, the picture. A series of large studies following users across time showed a link between marijuana use and later development of psychosis. This relationship was influenced by genetic variables as well as the amount of drug use, drug potency, and the age at which it was first taken. Those who start young are increased risks for later problems. Marijuana use during pregnancy is associated with increased risk of neurobehavioral problems in babies because THC and other compounds in marijuana mimic the body's own endocannabinoid chemicals. Marijuana used by pregnant mothers may alter development endocannabinoid system in the brain of the fetus. Consequences for the child may include problem with attention, memory, and problem solving. See? So.
All right. So now this is not a good answer. This is after long term. And then unfortunately, I'm looking at a Yahoo question and answer. And anyone can answer these questions. After long term extreme drug abuse, loss of brain cells, do they grow back? And here says the best answer, lost brain cells never grow back, but new brain cells grow all the time. Once a person is off drugs, they have the ability to grow new brain cells. They are not screwed, but they will be way behind a person who has not spent years doing drugs. So, I guess there's an opportunity for one to come back to some degree. I mean, you can't ever totally lose and not get back what you were doing. But, you talk about marijuana and, like you don't really know. So, you have to read in order to understand about it.
Well, listen.
What if somebody offered you something to drink and you knew that it would, have the same, that an amount of THC in it that would get you high, so to speak.
I don't want it.
You wouldn't even want to see what it was like, Anselm.
See? What? Why do I want to see?
Because it's an experience.
I don't want to experience that.
Okay.
Why would I want to experience that?
I don't know, but I mean, why not?
Give me a reason why I should.
Because then you could see what other people are doing and you would understand.
You know what you just said? I can see. I want to look and see what you do.
Yeah. No, from the outside you see, but from the inside you don't know.
I don't want to experience it. I want to see. I could see from the experience, but I want to do it or not. I could see, and I don't want to experience that. I never really wanted to. When I was in college, we had this young lady. She used to sell weed.
Uh-huh.
And we had some people on the track team used to smoke weed.
You make it sound like you're so innocent looking when you say this.
Yeah, because, it was never something that I wanted to do. Smoke cigarettes. Some people wanted to smoke cigarettes. That just wasn't my thing, man.
Well, let's see. What states have decriminalized? The following states have passed laws decriminalizing marijuana. Typically, decriminalization means no prison time or criminal record for first-time possession or a small amount of personal consumption. The conduct is treated like a minor traffic violation. So, Alaska, California, Colorado, Connecticut, D.C., Maine, Maryland, Mass, Minnesota, Mississippi, Nebraska, Nevada, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Vermont. So here we have all of these states that have decriminalized marijuana. What does that mean to decriminalize it? Well, let's see. I'm looking at this website. This organization supports the removal of all penalties for private possession and responsible use of marijuana by adults, including cultivation for personal use and casual nonprofit transfers of small amounts. This policy, known as decriminalization, removes the consumer, the marijuana smoker, from the criminal justice system while maintaining criminal penalties against those who sell or traffic large quantities of the drug. How would that benefit anybody to keep marijuana illegal? How many people, or the number of people who've been arrested and put in jail for smoking or having even small amounts of marijuana on them? So, if you saw you knew your neighbor was selling marijuana, would you call them in?
No,
Really?
I would not.
Why not?
That's none of my business.
It is your business.
No, it's not my
because it's your
business.
neighbor.
Okay. Once it not affected me.
Okay, so you see a lot of traffic going in and out of their house. People coming in, and you just assume that it's to buy.
It's family members.
They're just random people.
Well, I don't know. How do you know it's random people?
You know what your neighbors are doing.
I wouldn't call the police.
See, why not? What if you thought they were selling something other than marijuana?
Well, I mean, if I think they were selling cocaine and I had evidence, but if they were selling marijuana or something, I have no interest. Why would I call the police on them?
Because drugs bring down, and the drug dealing brings down the value of your property.
Not in the rich neighborhoods.
You don't think so?
Nah. It will increase, as a matter of fact.
Oh, Anselm, you couldn't possibly believe that.
Yeah.
According to the Sentencing Project, 2.2 million Americans are in prison or jail, and more than half of the federal prisoners are incarcerated for drug crimes in 2010. This is according to the Bureau of Statistics, the Bureau of Justice Statistics. So
research shows marijuana may cause problems in daily life or make a person's existing problems worse. Heavy marijuana users generally report lower life satisfaction, poor mental and physical health, more relationship problems, and less academic and career success compared to non-marijuana using peers. For example, marijuana use is associated with a higher likelihood of dropping out of school. Several studies also associate marijuana workers' marijuana smoking,